who's the best player in this draft? Who's number one? You have your draft board. Who is it? Is it Myles Garrett?
Yeah, because, he's start with the measurables are off the charts. And this is one of those drafts, which is not very common, where there's a slam dunk number one. It's not an either or controversial, hey, what are they going to do? What do you think? What do you think? Like last year, Jared Goff and Carson Wentz,
right,
and Aaron Rodgers and Alex Smith, and there's other years I could refer to, whereas the Ryan Leaf, Peyton Manning, and oftentimes those are quarterback controversies, But this one is there's no quarterback really that will go that high.
You don't think so? You don't think that there's going to be somebody like the Jets or the Chargers, or
if they move up, it'll be with the 49ers. I think. And
two. So you think it'll be a two?
Yeah, but I still think it's a bit of a reach with these kids. And I know these quarterbacks, I like them a lot, but they all need to sit around and watch somebody play for a while. There's no Andrew Luck really in this draft.
Or Mariota?
I thought Marcus Mariota was a guy that needed to sit and learn how to be under the center and in a huddle, and he just took the world by storm. He and Jameis Winston.
Aren't we saying the same thing about Deshaun Watson, though? I'm hearing the same thing about Watson that I heard about Mariota. Doesn't know the verbiage. Never played with his back to the defense because they didn't really ever do play action because he's always in the shotgun and he doesn't know how to do this in the huddle and he needs to do. And then
that's
Mariota.
The norm. That's the norm right now.
Right. I mean,
all of these kids are predominantly shotgun guys. Mitchell Trubisky, when I had him on the board at the combine and all that stuff,
right,
he told me the last time he was under center was in 6th grade.
Come on.
Everybody's shotgun now, spread offense. Look at the sideline for the play. So it's a matter of how fast can they learn how to verbalize a play and become a leader and that kind of thing in the huddle. But Myles Garrett is the guy that's got to go first, and you give him a chance and you see if he can unleash that talent that he has. So many of these, I've been lucky to know some of these kids, not from just Game Changers, which is a day spending them with some of these kids, but when I'm coaching the Under Armour game for a week, we're a week with these kids.
So who have you had at that game for a week that's in this draft?
Myles Garrett, Jamal Adams.
Right.
You're talking about Deshaun Watson was in the game, but he's hurt, didn't play.
Right. But you've been around them. And these are all good kids. And
Delvin Cook, Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette scored a touchdown on a wheel route, catch the ball for a touchdown to win the game. And don't tell me he can't catch the ball, okay? Because we use them that way.
I got to tell you,
these kids are I've known them for 3 years, 4
Steve,
years.
if Leonard Fournette and you don't have any problems worrying about whether he can catch the ball or learn, I don't know how he's not a top 5 pick then, because he's the ultimate business decision guy, and we could be going downhill, with him nonstop 25 times a game, and he could do something that what Zeke Elliott did if he can stay on the field on third down and catch and pass protect. Ask the poll question of Steve Mariucci on our Apple App Store, Google Play, and what the votes tally is.
Yeah, Mooch, which running back would you rather have for the 2017 season this fall? Adrian Peterson, Marshawn Lynch, Leonard Fournette, Christian McCaffrey.
Ooh, jeez, Pete.
That's not a choice.
That's not a cheesesteak place. Jizo Pete serves great cheese.
And Jizo Pete did not.
I didn't say cheese. I said G's with a G. That's a tough one, and that's terrific with Adrian Peterson going to be teammates with Drew Brees and Mark Ingram, and that just made their team better. Congratulations to him. But he's decent. I like the here and now, and I like the future too. So I'd probably lean towards a young guy.
Okay, which one?
And I do think Leonard Fournette is he's a bell cow. He's a guy that can do it all, and you can get enough with him.
Is there a butt? Is there a butt coming in?
There's a butt. Here's the butt.
Okay.
What kind of system do you play? If you have a fullback and you pound it and that's what you do, and some teams will do that, then Leonard Fournette's your guy. If you want to be creative and you want to be versatile and you want to use that running back as a wide receiver out there, like the Falcons will do at times, and with Devontae Freeman, and he and Cook, by the way, went to high school together. I mean, then you go with a Christian McCaffrey kind of kid because he does everything. He will have a lot of touches too, receptions, touches, returns, the whole thing, whatever you want him to do. So depending on what kind of system and how creative you are on offense, I love Christian McCaffrey. But if you want to just play smash mouth, you go with Leonard Fournette. Now, I'm old school. You know that, Rich.
I do know that.
I'm really old.
Yeah,
and
Iron Mountain, Michigan man.
And when I was coaching the Niners, we led the league in rushing twice. Okay, it was smash mouth. All right.
I do believe you beat the Jets in overtime once in a 97-yard run by Garrison Hurst.
Yes, take that. And then
to overcome a career day by Glenn Foley, if I'm not mistaken.
I know, and I called him Shane Foley in the press conference. Like, I got a lot of grief from that. Shane Foley was one of our quarterbacks at USC. It was a Freudian slip. Okay. So anyway, so the but is if you want to spread them out and play creatively, it's go with Christian McCaffrey.
So you're going
Delvin
Fournette.
Cook's not bad either.
So you're going Fournette.
But if you're going to smash mouth it, which I love to do, I'm going Fournette.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.